Tonight's IEHL broadcast is brought to you by Ponte FPV Drone Video, Pro Edge's Skate Sharpen, Hockey Central Shop in Krefeld, Germany, Transport Region, Canada's finest moving company for over 20 years, and 𝗨𝗏 Photography Store in Tel Aviv.
welcome to One Ice Arena for today's game between HC Tel Aviv and the Jerusalem Capitals. My name is 𝗵𝗏𝗺 alongside my broadcast partner Noah Saunders, and Jerusalem with a chance to clinch their spot in the IEHL playoffs today. And on the other side, Tel Aviv looking to stave off elimination. It's the start of the final 4 days of the regular season here in Israel before the playoffs start exactly 1 week from today. And we've got a good match on tap tonight. 𝗵𝗏𝗺 trying to lead his team to their first regulation win of the season, something that Haifa got last night, and Jerusalem looking to exceed their season win total from last summer. They had 4 last year. They're sitting at 4 right now, trying to get win number 5 in Chulon in the standings. But Noah, who's one player you're looking out for on either team tonight?
Well, I'm going to be honest, I'm really on the Capitals. I feel like we're going to really want to have to look for 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗧. At least in our game against him, he really was the big playmaker. He scored just about all the goals for them. But again, as usual for Tel Aviv, we're again just really keeping our eyes on 𝗵𝗏𝗺. He's, again, as you said, he's trying to really lead them to this victory they desperately need. I really think that if he wants to bad enough, he's going to just carry the team, carry the lead. Him, Janello, 𝗃𝗃, they're some of the real standouts of this team. I really think that if they bring it together, they bring their individual lines together, I think that we're going to see some real synergy out on the ice. I think that if Haifa can do it, I think so can Tel Aviv. Today's a really pivotal game day for both teams, you said. Very, very excited to see what goes on here. Because again, these are two teams that have really started to hit their stride. If we're going to see a lot of competition, I think it's going to be a very close game today. I wouldn't be surprised if this went to a shootout.
In terms of goalie matchups, before we get things started, in Jerusalem's goal, it's going to be 𝗂𝗏𝗺 𝗏. He comes into this one with a 5-2 record, a 4.0 goals against, and an .892 save percentage. And on the other side, it's Daniel Kreiner, a 1-5-1 record, 5.33 goals against, and an .807 save percentage. But here comes 𝗧𝗏𝗺 flying into the zone, poke checked away by Max Buzz as we are underway here from One Ice Arena in 𝗧𝗏𝗺, right outside of Netanya. This lead pass on for 𝗧𝗏, gets past him, but Eitan Blum will catch up to this one in the corner, sends one out in front for 𝗧𝗏, couldn't get a stick on it. Comes back to Blum, trying to go across for 𝗧𝗏. 𝗨𝗏 wearing number 17 tonight got in the way of it. Here's 𝗧𝗏 as doors open on the other side. A big hit by 𝗵𝗃𝗄, and that sends the Tel Aviv player over the boards.
You can really say he knocked him out of the park with that one, Ben, let me tell you. 𝗵𝗃𝗄, again, I was talking about him before the game with you. I really think that he's on the defense, he's one of the big ones to watch. Personally, for Tel Aviv, I've got a big eye on Max Reavie, but on Tel Aviv, 𝗵𝗃𝗄 is the one to watch out for. You do not want him to get in this man's way. He's not fast, but if you have your head down, you're not looking where you're going, he will punish you for it.
It's a big hit by Mike Janello, one of the larger players, actually the largest player in the IEHL, and now Mike Janello having words with 𝗵𝗃𝗄, probably wanted a boarding call on that one. Door was left open and 𝗵𝗃𝗄 took advantage of it. It was Kyle Ungerman going into the boards hard, but he looks okay. He's still on the ice, and we'll pick up where we left off. Puck comes back to 𝗧𝗏. He sends one through a screen into the glove of 𝗂𝗏𝗺 𝗏. Jerusalem in their last game lost 5-0. It was the first time this season they got shut out. 𝗂𝗏𝗺 𝗏 looked really good. The game was against HC Netanya, who last night clinched the top overall seed in the IEHL. So their playoff spot is all but secure heading into the final week of the regular season. Abrahams gets around to check, and it's a 3-on-1 for Jerusalem. Abraham shoots in a save by Kreiner.
Let me tell you, I really think, Ben, this is a clear case of, again, seeing where Abraham specializes. You know, he specializes, again, in being high up the blue line, getting that cherry pick, and really just leading his team out on the breakaway. He's not big in the defensive zone, but he's really helpful in just getting those big pushes.
Face-off one deep in the defensive zone by Tel Aviv. A near turnover recollected by Fedor. Greenberg applying the pressure. Comes free for 𝗬𝗏 Then Abraham shoots again, and it went over the glove of Daniel Kreiner. Now
Tel Aviv just being a little bit of a mess in the defensive zone, but they got it out after a little bit of a turnover. Really just getting to see again Abraham shine where he does best, close range.
Battle for it near the blue line. It comes free for 𝗨𝗏. Sends one towards the goal, and it was deflected wide by Henrik Gelbart. Behind the net, it's Janello. Spinning away with this one and taken by 𝗬𝗏. Tries to spring Abrahams down ice. He'll be the first one there, so no icing. That forces Daniel Kreiner out of his goal. He'll play it around to Ariel Kapolkin wearing number 22 in blue and yellow. Janello. Right side, it's Horowitz. Horowitz goes behind the net, curls one out in front for Kapolkin. Couldn't handle that pass, so 𝗕𝗏𝗺 starts things the other way. Now Spivak creates a 2-on-1 with Levy, finds him. Didn't get all of that shot, it ended up behind the net. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 picks this one up in the far half wall, drops for Avneri, goes back to Michel. Michel a drive, deflected just over the post. Levy puts it down in the corner. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 will go get it. Back to Levy. Now up top, pass intended for Michel, punched away by Voshilo. Michel will hustle back for this one. Slaps one hard off the wall and all the way down. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 will get there, so no icing. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 starting feed for Levy, trying to spin out with this one. Kislik broke it up. Now ahead, it's Voshilo one-on-one. Nice move by Voshilo to get around his stick. Got caught up with Nissan Boatful. Kislik worked on by 𝗕𝗏𝗺, but good play by 𝗕𝗏𝗺 to stick check it away, and he sends Levy down the right wing. Levy on his backhand finds Spivak. Trying to go back to the point with this one. Werik got in the way of it, but in came 𝗏𝗺 to apply the forecheck. 𝗏𝗺 drives to the goal, and he shot it off of Kreiner and wide. Ribe starts things the other way for Tel Aviv. Right wing, it's Bloom. Taken into the corner by Gelbart. Good play by Gelbart, spinning with that one, and finding Josh Greenberg on left wing, and now Gelbart will chase after this one. Gelbart on his backhand finds 𝗏𝗺, couldn't get a shot on. Greenberg the follow-up, he put it in the corner. Greenberg gets it around, but in came Werik to take it away, and he'll send Ungerman. Left it for Werik. Werik trying to go through the middle. Good defense there by Nissan Boatful. Now Buzz down into the corner towards Bloom. Taken away by Gelbart. He has a little bit of time. It's Ungerman applying the pressure. Almost a steal by Janello. Gelbart got it back and got it over the blue line. Schwartzman brought it in, offside.
You know, Ben, so honestly, I think so far what we're seeing is Jerusalem is controlling the game. We're seeing the puck just always in Tel Aviv's defensive zone. And every time they try to break it out, it goes right back in. You know, I don't want to call us early. It's still a pretty even game so far, but at this point, we're seeing majority of the control with Jerusalem and right back into their zone. Tel Aviv's going to try to break it out, but let's see. They've been having a lot of trouble with turnovers. And this, again, with the same dump, again, right back in Jerusalem's hands. It's getting right back out the zone. And we're going to try to connect to 𝗕𝗏𝗺. It makes his way to Spivak.
Here's Spivak. Spivak dropped it for Levy. He shoots one over the post. Jerusalem doing a really good job transitioning the puck, as you mentioned, Noah. But now here's a breakout for Horowitz. Horowitz gets around Avneri, and Resinger able to stick it aside. Comes to Janello. Trying to feed one down low. Spivak trying to break it out. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 will do that. Sends it along for Levy. The drop pass for 𝗕𝗏𝗺. Now Levy in front for Spivak. Couldn't get a stick on it. Spivak gets it again in the high slot. The drop feed for Levy was intercepted, and now it's Janello the other way for Tel Aviv. Janello to the outside. He shoots one. It got deflected and ended up in the corner. Michel tries to punch it away towards Levy. He's at the end of the shift. He'll go off on a change. Tel Aviv brings it back in. In front for Kapolkin. It drifts on goal, and Resinger able to cover.
You know, what a push there, Ben. And one thing I'm noticing is just these teams are really trying to avoid the one enemy that we've all been suffering with as one of the players this entire time. Offside. There's been a lot of close calls. seen them break a punish already a couple times this game. It's just just toe this up into a push. And if they can avoid that, then they're all set.
Abraham's looking to break this one out. It's a potential 2-on-1 for Jerusalem. 𝗵𝗺 turns on the Jets, trying to get her across to 𝗧𝗏𝗺. 𝗪𝗏 came back to break it up. Here comes 𝗪𝗏 flying through the neutral zone. Look at 𝗪𝗏 go. Cuts to the middle with this one. Trying to drop it off for 𝗏𝘁, who got intercepted, and now a 3-on-1 potentially the other way. Definitely a 3-on-2. Abraham sends one out in front for 𝗵𝗺. Got blocked away by 𝗏𝗏. Abrahams again with it, trying to go back to the point towards 𝗧𝗏𝗺. But there was 𝗪𝗏 again to break it up. This time he'll hand off to 𝗧𝗏. Then 𝗏𝘁, he cuts to the middle with it. He shoots one and a save by 𝗏𝗏𝗺. Couldn't get the rebound on goal. 𝗏𝘁 turns away from 𝗫𝗏𝗺. Looking for a pass. He goes down low for 𝗪𝗏. 𝗪𝗏 waiting with this one. Tries to create some space. Drifts to the half wall. Shakes away from 𝗵𝗺, then gives to 𝗏𝘁. 𝗏𝗏 from the point shoots one off of 𝗧𝗏, and it ends up on the far wall. Throws it back to the net and went through the crease. 𝗪𝗏 will rush back for a change. Tel Aviv applying the pressure on offense. 𝗧𝗏 in the corner with it. Tied up by 𝗫𝗏𝗺. He's taken down. No penalty called. Abraham's trying to chip it out flat-footed. Tel Aviv able to keep it in momentarily. Janello now recovers at center ice, but a turnover. Here's 𝗧𝗏𝗺 in on goal. He shoots one, and it got deflected by 𝗏𝗏 over the goal. Janello back on his horse. Gets around 𝗧𝗏𝗺. Here's Janello. Gets around Michel now, but he has to pick the puck up in the corner. Tried to feed one out in front. Hit after the play. Puck came to 𝗨𝗏𝗺. 𝗏𝗏 tries to feed one out in front, blocked away by Michel. And then 𝗵𝗏 will just spin it all the way around. Right wing boards at 𝗧𝗏𝗺. Another potential 2-on-1 coming for Jerusalem, but a good breakup by Orion Cohen. Still Jerusalem able to bring it in. Here's Levy. Out in front, intended for 𝗧𝗏𝗺. He was skating away from the puck. Over it comes now to Itzik Levy, but a turnover. It's brought ahead by Ethan Bloom. Bloom with a shot, and it whistles wide. Cohen able to keep it in at the pointer, so he intended, but he chopped it into the Jerusalem bench.
So what do you think of these pushes that we've been seeing by Tel Aviv, Ben? Because I think that, at least for this main shift, what we saw is a classic example of where he needs to be a leader rather than just being the man on the god on earth that he is and just walking in. He can't just walk through 3 guys, you know what I mean? Oh, like this successful push when he was passing it around, the team was passing it around, they need to get around everyone and not just try to run through 4 guys. It's never gonna work.
𝗫𝗏𝗺 taken down there by, I believe, Orion Cohen, and there's gonna be a penalty. It's gonna be Jerusalem's first power play of the game, and with that, I think it's important to note that there are 3 referees on the ice today, 2 wearing orange wristbands. That indicates they are main referees and another linesman, not wearing any stripes, but any of them can make a penalty or make any other call. And they've called the first penalty of the game. It's going to be against Orion Cohen for tripping Eliezer 𝗧𝗏𝗺. And they'll head to the power play. Face-off won by Jerusalem. 𝗧𝗏𝗺 faked the drive and now gave it to 𝗵𝗏𝗺. Sent it down low for Spivak. Around to 𝗵𝗺. Up top to 𝗵𝗏𝗺. Now Spivak low in the circle. In front for Levy. It's patted aside by Kreiner. 𝗵𝗺 trying to go back to the point. It was batted down by Horowitz, and he'll start a short-handed breakout, but it's kept in by 𝗧𝗏𝗺. 𝗧𝗏𝗺 fakes the drive. Now he shot it, and it went wide. Norris around to Spivak, then 𝗧𝗏𝗺 in the corner. Trying to go out in front with it to Spivak. Tel Aviv, though, can't clear. Now 𝗪𝗏 puts the pressure on 𝗵𝗏𝗺, and it comes to Horowitz. Trying to break shorthanded. Here's Horowitz, the drop for 𝗪𝗏𝗺. 𝗪𝗏𝗺 waits, shoots, scores! A shorthanded goal for Ethan 𝗪𝗏𝗺, and he makes it 1-0 Tel Aviv.
They just made the defense look like absolute fools. 𝗵𝗏𝗺 on the blue line in Tel Aviv zone was holding strong. He just got the guy's poke check, quick poke right to the breakaway, and then the player had the patience to wait. He put a pass to 𝗪𝗏𝗺, and 𝗪𝗏𝗺 got right around and just put it right in the top corner. Nothing but net.
have another look at it on the replay. You just see it over there. Ворek does a beautiful job waiting out the two defensemen. It's 𝗵𝗵𝗃 and 𝗕𝗏 and then able to put it past Jonathan Reisinger. We've seen it come out of his crease a bunch, most notably against Cologne, giving up a 2-on-1, and 𝗂𝗄𝗄 scored a goal with Reisinger way out of his crease. Victim of that again, as Jerusalem still has some time to go to work on their power play. 46 seconds left. Abraham tried to spin it back to the point, but again, here's Tel Aviv breaking it out shorthanded. This time Gelbart able to get in the way of it, but 𝗏etter now takes it in the neutral zone. Janello. He'll just send this one all the way down as the clock ticks down to 30 seconds left in the power play. Here's 𝗵𝗵𝗃. Janello applying the pressure, that's Itzhak Levy. Schwartzman threw it across the ice, intercepted by Denis Shepelev. But now Levy will try and bring it back. Schwartzman fanned on that dump in. That gives 𝗏etter some time to collect the puck behind the net. Rolls all the way along the ledge of the boards, drops right in front of the referee. 𝗨𝗏 needs to take his time with Schwartzman in the zone as the power play expires, and we're back to 5-on-5. Not a very effective power play for Jerusalem, but here's Tel Aviv the other way. Ungerman a shot and a save by Reisinger. Avneri launches this one ahead for 𝗧𝗏. Has Levy with him. There's a defenseman falling out in front to Levy, and a save by Kreiner. Coming from right to left, kept in the zone by 𝗵𝗵𝗃. He shoots one over the post. So again, it's 𝗵𝗵𝗃, shakes another shot off. It's blocked in front. Michel now keeps it in, sends it over to 𝗧𝗏. He shoots in, a save by Kreiner. Tel Aviv can't clear. Avneri keeps it in, over to 𝗧𝗏, and another save by Daniel Kreiner. They still can't get it out. 𝗵𝗵𝗃 to Levy, he shoots, and a save by Daniel Kreiner.
Oh my goodness, that shift was monstrous. Just watching 𝗧𝗏 rifle shot after shot after shot, and just the puck moving around the zone, just disgusting. I'm literally nauseous right now. I've been just watching the pursuit of that cherry-pick off 𝗧𝗏, making Reeby just break his ankles, just all of it. Such that line is one to watch, Ben, I gotta tell you.
Daniel Kreiner had a 2-3 record last season, but he's really struggled so far this summer. Much better outing from him so far in this hockey game. Kapulkin sends one to the goal. Horowitz gonna get a stick on it. It's sent the other way by Jerusalem. 𝗧𝗏 tries to go up the middle with this one. That's not necessarily a good idea. Got sent back in by Greenberg. 𝗧𝗏 will recollect. He drops it off for Ethan Ворek, and here he comes. Right side, it's Ariel Kapulkin. Puck ended up back in the neutral zone, and Jerusalem able to take over. Left side, it's Halpern. Throws one to the goal, but it goes right over the glass and into the protective netting.
You know, both teams are really getting their passes, or making their passes into the offensive zone, and really trying to coordinate their pushes. But I think what we're seeing is Jerusalem is just connecting those passes such a higher percentage than Tel Aviv is. Like we just saw Kapulkin miss a pass from Ворek, went right over his stick. Meanwhile, we had the perfect passes just between Levy and 𝗧𝗏, 𝗵𝗵𝗃, all finding tape to tape. It makes a huge difference.
They do an incredible job transitioning the puck and keeping it in the zone on offense. Trying to go to work there was 𝗧𝗏, and it got punched away by 𝗏etter. And now Janello with Voshilo joining the rush. Janello shot it high over the post. Comes back to 𝗧𝗏 in the neutral zone. As Itzhak Levy, 𝗧𝗏 takes it himself. What a move by 𝗧𝗏, still with the puck, tries to cut around the defenseman, and it was broken up. Avneri trying to keep it in, but he gets caught deep. Here's Janello the other way, 3-on-2 for Tel Aviv. Stops up at the top of the circle. Finds 𝗏etter in over the blue line. 𝗏etter to the outside, sends one on goal, and it went wide. Janello curls away from 𝗧𝗏. Janello, saucer pass all the way to 𝗏etter. Nettles down that bobbling puck, and then throws it back towards Janello, but 𝗧𝗏 cut it off. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 had 𝗵𝗵𝗃 breaking for a second. He'll take it himself. 𝗕𝗏𝗺, nice move. Dropped it off for 𝗵𝗃, couldn't get a shot away. Now it comes out in front for 𝗵𝗃, and he shot it through the crease. 𝗵𝗃 again. Down low to 𝗕𝗏𝗺. Turns away from 𝗂𝘀𝗆. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 trying to go out in front to 𝗵𝗃, couldn't handle it. Back up top, it's 𝗏𝗏𝗺. Then 𝗵𝗃 curls it down low for 𝗕𝗏𝗺. Ass got away from him. Now it's 𝗃𝗵𝗆 punching it away, and Tel Aviv will start a rush.
You know, I was talking about it earlier in the period, Ben, about just the sheer momentum Jerusalem has in their puck control and just the amount of time spent in their offensive zone. But there's clearly a lot of time left in the game, so there's two queries after this.
Here's
but
a breakaway for Kyle Ungerman.
Breakaway.
Ungerman shoots, he scores!
Oh my goodness!
Kyle Ungerman makes it 2-0 Tel Aviv.
We need to see the replay on that, but was that right through the 5-hole? Oh my goodness. Again, this is just a classic case of basics are best. So we see the breakaway pass, he gets it down, he's alone. And right under the goalie, he just can't get down fast enough. Tel Aviv, they've been, again, their pushes as a team, they're not there, but their breakaways are so nice. They've had so many opportunities, so it's about time one of them got in.
Kyle Ungerman finds the 5-hole on Yonatan Reisinger, and just like that, it's a 2-0 lead for Tel Aviv. Now a steal by Avneri sends it ahead for Schwartzman. He'll chase after this one and able to negate the icing. Schwartzman trying to go out in front with it, taken away by Werik. Tel Aviv right back the other way, it's a 3-on-2. Werik, the drop pass for Ungerman. Ungerman, triple teamed, he'll get it down low to Werik, trying to feed one out in front, broken up by Avneri. Ungerman, down low to Werik, up top to Rhyme. Now it comes over to Werik. Werik out in front and they can't get it on. A follow-up chance by Bloom, and it was patted away by Reisinger. Jerusalem will clear the zone. It was deflected, says the referee, so no icing. We pass under 1 minute to play in the first period. Sent ahead to Cohen. Left side, Horowitz, puck bounce over his stick, and it's brought back by Schwartzman. Tel Aviv in the middle of a change. Here's 𝗵𝗃. 𝗵𝗃 to the middle. Trying to send it over for 𝗕𝗏𝗺, but the pass wouldn't get there. Orion Cohen bobbling this one. 𝗵𝗃 trying to take advantage, so is 𝗏𝗏𝗆. Keeps it in for a second, but the breakout again by Tel Aviv. Here's Horowitz to the backhand, out in front, and he scores! What a play by Frank Horowitz! And Tel Aviv leads 3-0.
I am in shock. Just the coordination on that, the patience on just waiting, slowing down, and just the hands it takes to throw it in the net from behind. That was, oh. Again, you think based on the momentum and the majority of the play that Jerusalem would be killing, and then you see the scoreboard. Tel Aviv on these rushes is just killing Jerusalem over and over and over.
Frank Horowitz, the 25-year-old out of Los Angeles, California, was nearly point per game with NYU in the ACHA, but here's Janello again. Janello a shot, and there's a glove save from Yonatan Reisinger. Again, another 2-on-1, another odd man rush for HC Tel Aviv.
You can see, literally even after off the shot, he already went to his knee to try and celebrate because he thought that was going right in. These rushes are just out of this world. What would you say out of the capital, Ben?
Going to the other side of that one, that was an important save by Yonatan Reisinger. You know the Jerusalem offense can turn it on at any time as another puck goes in on Reisinger and he's able to make the save. They've still got 30 minutes to come back in this one. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 with one last chance and a save by Kreiner as we will head to the first intermission. We'll be right back here on the Israel National Hockey Society YouTube channel with the second period.
פה לאוויר. אני יודע.
Tonight's IEHL broadcast is brought to you by 𝗕𝘁 FPV drone video, 𝗨𝑈 skate sharpening, Hockey Central Shop in Krefeld, Germany, Transport Regent, Canada's finest moving company for over 20 years, and 𝗨𝗄𝗃 photography store in Tel Aviv.
Welcome back to One Ice Arena for the second period between the Jerusalem Capitals and HC Tel Aviv, and boy did HC Tel Aviv come to play today. A 3-0 lead heading into the second period, looking to stave off elimination. Noah, your thoughts on that first period?
Oh, so the first period, see, if I was just watching the play alone, you would think that Jerusalem would be dominating this. Again, you look at the scoreboard, you see 3-0 Tel Aviv. It's just insane. We just have absolute snipers going on, just pure lethality coming out of Tel Aviv today. The coordination may not be all there, but oh boy, did their shooters come to play. They're shooting straight, they're shooting fast, and the Jerusalem walls are coming down.
Tel Aviv controlling off the opening face-off here in the second period. 𝗬𝗃 back to get this one, but he turns it over. Ungerman, the drop to 𝗬𝗃, and a kick save from 𝗬𝗃. Michel able to send it all the way down, slows up so no icing. Greenberg giving chase, so Kreiner needs to play it away from him. Back in the neutral zone, Michel bumps it ahead for Alpert. Then onto the stick of 𝗬𝗏. He floats one wide, and Max Buzz the first one to get it for HC Tel Aviv. Leaves for Ethan 𝗬𝗃, trying to go ahead and create another odd man rush. This one goes right in on 𝗬𝗃, and he'll make the save.
You know, sometimes the easy save, just the right thing to do, just really reset the play. Good way to get a nice change out there. And honestly, it's sometimes easier than trying to do the full in-motion reset. At this point, Jerusalem just needs to play their game, really control the game. I think that's what they specialize in, wait for those nice cherry picks from 𝗕𝗏, those nice rushes where he just runs down the defense. We saw early in the first period where he just broke Reeby's ankles. We're trying to see more of that.
It's Tel Aviv, though, winning the offensive zone faceoff. 𝗨𝗏 stopping on a dime, but he couldn't get away from 𝗕𝗏. A 2-on-1 with Itzik Levy. 𝗕𝗏 to the backhand, and a save by Kreiner. The other way here is Ariel 𝗀𝗀𝗀. 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 to the backhand, and a save by 𝗬𝗃. It's underneath him, fished out of his pads and taken now by Nissan Boatbull. Gets it ahead to 𝗕𝗏, creates pace and lets Ungerman fly past him. And then hands off to 𝗵𝗏, back to 𝗕𝗏. Then down low to 𝗵𝗏. 𝗵𝗏 sends it down for Itzik Levy. Then 𝗕𝗏, the two were too close together, so couldn't read that pass. Now it's Janello the other way, 3-on-3 over the blue line. Janello to the outside, goes behind the net. Go out up top with this, he finds Shepelev. He'll punch it back for 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. And then Horowitz spinning out in front, and a save by 𝗬𝗃, and it's put in the corner by Boatbull. And Levy able to clear it ahead. Sure, 𝗏𝗏𝗏 will catch up to this one. Kreiner out to play it. He missed it though. And then diving back is 𝗨𝗏 to break it up. What a play by 𝗨𝗏. Now the other way, it's Horowitz. Horowitz will swing behind the net. Watched by Boatbull. Sends one out in front, and a kick save by 𝗬𝗃 again. 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 now shot one into the glove of Jonathan 𝗬𝗃.
God, you know, if I didn't know I was on a hockey game right now, I'd really just think I was watching a track and field meet. They're just going back and forth, trading rushes like two dudes just slugging each other back and forth. Give the replay, just that absolute dive by Federer, saving the empty net. You know, I just wish I had someone that loved me that much, and I'm not going to lie.
Tel Aviv playing with a ton of desperation today, it seems. They're leading this one 3-0, and now they'll have to stop another rush. Here is Greenberg with a shot and a save by Kreiner. Boy, has he looked good today.
And everyone just came to play. Again, you get to see, like you said, Ben, just the raw desperation Tel Aviv has. They want to claw this victory out. And at this point, it looks like they're going to do it.
Face-off controlled by Tel Aviv. It's taken by Maximilian Reib. Now Orion Cohen up the far side for Kisluk. But it's taken back by Halpert. Over to 𝗬𝗏𝗏. 𝗬𝗏𝗏 throws one to the goal, blocked away by Reib. Cohen will send this one around the goal, but it's turned over. 𝗬𝗏𝗏 out in front, a backhand chance by Halpert is patted aside by Kreiner, and now he'll get the cover.
You know, what a play. I don't know why Jerusalem cannot just put the puck in. They're neck and neck with shots with Tel Aviv, but they just cannot put it in. This Tel Aviv goalie is just holding the fort down. Dare I say, even a higher wall than Jerusalem. It's just unstoppable, keeping the team in the game, keeping the score 3-0.
𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 looking to change things off this offensive zone faceoff. He wins it forward. 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 will go get it behind the net. Round it comes the other way, and it's taken by 𝗀𝗃 for Tel Aviv. Launches one over the heads of everybody. Now 𝗬𝗏𝗺 having some trouble with it. Janela will palm it down and bring it in. Taken right back by 𝗬𝗏𝗺 though, and he sends 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 on his way. 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 shoots one, trying to go through the legs, put it in the corner. 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 still on this puck. Goes back to the blue line, now walks down Main Street. 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 shoots, he scores! What a play by Eli 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏! Jerusalem's on the board, it's 3-1.
I have never seen anyone try so hard as 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 does. Dear Lord, he wanted that bad. He did how many laps around the offensive zone for that one? Just absolutely clowning on the defense and the entirety of Tel Aviv. Dear Lord, you can tell that at this point, after that first period, Jerusalem is just as desperate as Tel Aviv is. Again, this is a team that has found their stride, and they want to keep it.
Someone clearly had their morning coffee today. Eli 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, his 14th goal of the season, has made it 3-1. Here's Werik, dangles to the outside, drop for Kapulkin, and he sent it wide. Down low it comes for Ariel Kapulkin. Feeds one out in front, and Horowitz just kicked it back behind the goal. This one's launched by Halpert out of the zone. That'll force Tel Aviv to regroup. Good feed ahead by Werik onto the stick of Kapulkin. He shoots one and a save by Resinger. It's between his pads, and he'll get the whistle.
You know, Jesse Michel, he really tried to put his body in there, get a nice poke check in, but it just did not find his target. Just lay that nice clear shot and get it on net. You know, again, sometimes with shots on net, it's not about quality, but it's about quantity. Just the more you're going to throw it in, the more likely it is you're going to get one.
Resinger looked a little bit shaky in that first period. Ariel Kapulkin looking to take advantage there, just throwing one to the goal, and Resinger, another good save. This one's set ahead, and 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 will skate into it. The drop for Spivak, back to 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, trying to get it on goal in his backhand. He left it for Levy, and there was Daniel Kreiner again.
Those tape-to-tape passes, they make such a key difference in the play. If any single one of those passes did not find their target, that shot would not have happened. That play would have ended a good couple of seconds earlier.
That's a really important save for Daniel Kreiner after giving up the goal to Eli 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 to come across like he did and make that save with a blocker, keeping his team up 3-1. That could really shift momentum away from Jerusalem. Comes down low to Levy now, trying to feed it back to the point. He punches it for Gelbart. He'll go back down low for Levy and keep the puck moving. Solfeder pressured by Michael Spivak. Those two go hard into the corner. Then it's left for 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Out in front for Levy, but Shepelev got in the way of that one. And then a stick comes up by Kapulkin. There's going to be a penalty.
In what questionably looks like a possible dive. I don't know. Just at least from my point of view, it didn't look like he hit him too hard.
got him in the back of the neck with that one. Michael 𝗵𝗵 a little slow to get up. Referee checking for any injury, a potential double minor perhaps. Still a pile up near the blue line.
I gotta be honest, I think this is one of the few times that we see something like this happen and it doesn't break out into a fight. It's very nice to see some actual civility between the teams. It's quite refreshing, honestly. They're all talking it out. They're all making sure they knew that each team has an idea of what actually happened there, make sure everyone's okay. And you know what? That's actually what's important here.
I don't think it was intentional by 𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀. I think he was just trying to get around 𝗵𝗵 and his stick got up in the air, so.
Absolutely. The way he just tapped him, it looked like he hit him and then backed up immediately. And then 𝗵𝗵 just reeled from the collision. It is absolute accidental.
Yeah, you can see it on the replay there. I think it looks like he's just trying to get around 𝗵𝗵 because 𝗵𝗵 has the angle on him. Ariel 𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀 probably just trying to get around 𝗵𝗵 and bring it back into the offensive zone. Yeah, you're going to see it again. Clearly not intentional from Ariel 𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀.
It's a really, really unfortunate collision there. You know, it happens. Hopefully he's okay and he'll be able to play next shift. Jerusalem is short bench today, so they need all the players they can get.
𝗵𝗵 looks okay. He's on his 2 feet. They're going to see if they're actually, looks like they're going to keep him on the ice for this power play. They are only going to give him the 2 minutes. That is Ariel 𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀. 𝗵𝗵 puts his helmet back on and his gloves, and 𝗕RBATOV directing traffic has 𝗵𝗵 line up on the left point. So 𝗵𝗵 looking okay, and he'll be on the ice to start this power play for the Jerusalem Capitals. They allowed a shorthanded goal in the first, and they're in desperate need of a power play goal to bring this game within a goal. They control off the faceoff. Here's 𝗵𝗵. Drifts at the blue line with it. 𝗵𝗵 over to 𝗧𝗵𝗃. 𝗧𝗵𝗃, drop for 𝗵𝗵. Back to 𝗧𝗵𝗃. Shakes away from 𝗃𝗂𝗄. Fake the drive, now gave it to 𝗕RBATOV. 𝗕RBATOV to 𝗧𝗵𝗃. Sends one on goal, looking for a deflection from 𝗵𝗵. Hopped up in the air, and 𝗵𝗵 will glove it down. 𝗵𝗵 drifts to the high slot, gives to 𝗕RBATOV. Back to 𝗵𝗵. 𝗵𝗵 at the top of the circle. Sends one over to 𝗕RBATOV. Waits with this one. Curls away from Janello. 𝗕RBATOV will skate back to the point. Now gives back to 𝗵𝗵. Now Abrahams. Abrahams in front for 𝗵𝗵𝗃. Goes towards the goal. Kreiner didn't see where it was, and then he's able to cover up. Now, 𝗪𝗏 complaining that he got tied up by number 11, Denis Shepelev. But all in all, not a really effective power play so far from the Jerusalem Capitals.
Can you just answer a question for me? Have we seen the puck leave Tel Aviv's zone in a while? I feel like we haven't been in Jerusalem since then in quite some time. They're really just dominating the play consistently and just holding Tel Aviv off. Again, if I was looking at the scoreboard, you would think Jerusalem was killing them right now.
Jerusalem doing a good job of possessing the puck, as there's a shot by 𝗧്𗏻tman into the glove of Kreiner. But on the other hand, not too many shots coming off the stick of Jerusalem, especially on that power play. We saw right there the shot from 𝗧്��tman, and a puck did deflect in on goal on Kreiner, but we'll see what Jerusalem has to show for with their second unit out on the ice now. 𝗕RBATOV power play unit on the bench. Boatball goes down low for Michel. Now Tel Aviv able to clear, and here comes Ethan Bloom. A 2-on-0 shorthanded. Bloom in front to Wearick, and a save by Resinger. Jerusalem tries to move it back the other way quickly. 4-on-2 over the line, but they got in a little bit early. It's going to be called back on an offside.
Not just premature offsides, it just kills everything. And it already hampers an already troubled power play from Jerusalem. And so I think what we've been seeing here is a really strong power penalty kill from Tel Aviv. Just a real showcase that they can be defensive when they need to be.
They've done a really good job of keeping all the shots to the outside so far in this power play that only has 30 seconds remaining, and they also got a good shorthanded opportunity. We mentioned before they scored one of their goals shorthanded back in the first, but Eliezer 𝗕RBATOV looking to flip the script a little bit. 2-on-1 for Jerusalem. Abraham's a shot and a save by Kreiner. Down low for 𝗵𝗺. 𝗵𝗺 in the final seconds of the power play. Back to 𝗕𝗵𝗺. At the point with it. Shakes away from Bloom. 𝗕𝗵𝗺 a shot and into the glove of Daniel Kreiner.
The goalie just snatched it right out of the air. Just right like my parents' expectations for me were just snatched down when they found out I was just not that smart. Let me tell you, I don't know who Tel Aviv's goalie is, but they are just... Kreiner, he's a monster out there.
Arguably his best game of the season so far. Holding on to a 3-1 lead. Here is Werik with it. Over to Kapulkin. Sends one on goal and a save by Rezhinger. Faceoff coming deep in the offensive zone with 8 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the second period. Ella will take this one on his weak side.
A little premature there.
It's Jerusalem coming away with it. Gelbart around to Schwartzman. Sends one up ice for 𝗵𝗺. And Greenberg joins the rush. Here's Josh Greenberg, shoots one in a pad save by Kreiner. Greenberg still looking for his first goal since opening night. Comes now to Ariel Kapulkin. Janello goes to the outside. Tried to feed one to Reib, takes it himself, but then it got picked off by Greenberg, and he'll move ahead with this one. Greenberg gets behind the defense. Greenberg shoots, he scores! Josh Greenberg makes it 3-2.
Oh my God, you know, he was a little shaky on the rush there, and I honestly thought someone was gonna hook him, but that was beautiful. That went right for that corner. You heard that bar. It went ding, ding, ding. Nice compliment to the goal horn. That was just beautiful. Just Jerusalem, again, they want this just as bad, if not more than Tel Aviv. I think we're really in for a game here today, Ben.
What a beautiful play there by Josh Greenberg, getting around the defenseman and going top shelf on Daniel Kreiner. Not much he could do about that one. That shot was placed perfectly. Josh Greenberg, 267 points in only 108 games in the Israeli Federation League. All of them with 𝗵𝗃. Also owns a hockey shop over in Ra'anana. Bent writer and at 365 scores as well. Getting his second goal of the season. This one comes on Daniel Rezhinger, and he's able to, Jonathan Rezhinger, and he puts it into the corner. Another shot by Tzadok is fought off by Rezhinger. Battle for it in the crease. Jerusalem able to put it towards the wall. Battle for it with 𝗀𝗎, and now Kislyk able to keep it in for Tel Aviv. Avneri reverses the other way. 𝗕𝗵𝗺 in over the line. Has two players with him. Curls back towards the point. Michel chips it over for Avneri. Avneri throws one to the goal. It deflects down in the crease. And then 𝗪𝗏 able to clear it out. Tel Aviv will try and sneak a change. Michel almost turned the puck over. Good strength by Avneri at his own blue line to start the rush for Jerusalem. Here's Spivak. Curls to the outside. Sends one out in front, and back came Mike Janela to break it up, but 𝗕𝗵𝗺 right back on it for Jerusalem. Sends one out in front, and Abrahams couldn't get a stick on it. Abrahams again, down low towards 𝗕𝗵𝗺. That one hopped over his stick. He'll recollect behind the net. Out in front for Michel. He drives one and a save by Kreiner.
That shot looked about as hard as it hits, Ben, I'm not gonna lie. And then you saw Max Abrahams there, just hugging a guy. You know, he's really, I think he's teddy bear on and off the ice. You know, he can be a menace physically, but, you know, just watching him just really latch onto the guy, give him a nice big old love hug. That's the type of stability I'm here for. We see if Jerusalem actually gets their sixth man off the ice before they get called for a penalty, and they do.
Jesse Michel on that last play got all of that shot, looking for his first goal of the season. He had one in the All-Star game on a penalty shot, but now it's Tel Aviv bringing it the other way. Horowitz Tried to bring it in on a 2-on-1, and there's 𝗬𝗏𝗺 diving to break it up. Van Ungerman from creating a chance. Alpert chips it deep. He got stood up by Buzz, though. Back to get it is 𝗕𝗵𝘅. He can't clear. He's hit hard by Abrahams. Puck did get out of the zone, and now Tel Aviv will try and break out one more time. Comes over to Kyle Ungerman. Trying to feed one across. It was broken up by Halpert. Then sent ahead for 𝗧𝗃 Levy's shot is patted aside. Hard hit in the corner on Yuval Halpert. Brother Neda not available for today's game. See Shlomo Mizrahi out there on the ice wearing number 16 as here's 𝗵𝗵𝗃 shooting one into the pads of Kreiner, and it goes down onto the ice, and he'll cover it up.
So you know what started this whole offensive rush by Jerusalem? A missed pass between the Tel Aviv defensemen. This is what I keep saying. Those tape-to-tape passes are so crucial, and Jerusalem is nailing it. That's how they're keeping the sustained offense every single time, especially this line of 𝗵𝗵𝗃, 𝗫𝗏𝗃, and Levy. Just so consistently pushing.
Jerusalem has been able to capitalize off turnovers from Tel Aviv in this period, scoring 2 goals and bringing the deficit to within 1. Buzz will send one around towards Kapulkin, but he can't break it out of Neri. Sends it right back down towards the corner where 𝗀𝗏𝗃 will play it. Up ahead to Horowitz, then onto the stick of Kapulkin. Kapulkin to 𝗬𝗏. 𝗬𝗏 shoots one off end of his stick, and it was patted aside by Resinger. 𝗵𝗵𝗃 keeps this away from 𝗬𝗏, and now Michel launches one ahead to Itzik Levy. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 trying to pull it away from 𝗧𝗃. Good job by the young defenseman, 20 years old, 𝗀𝗏𝗃 out of Kiryat. Now it comes in front for 𝗬𝗏. He sent one off the pad of Jonathan Resinger. Then it comes back into the neutral zone. 𝗬𝗏 handling this one on his own blue line. Didn't see Kapulkin coming, but 𝗬𝗏 still with the puck. What hands by Ethan 𝗬𝗏, sends it ahead to Horowitz, and he shot it wide. Ariel Kapulkin down low towards 𝗬𝗏. Couldn't get a stick on that one behind the net. So it's Vitaly Schwartzman the other way with 𝗕𝗏𝗺. The drop for Schwartzman, had to skate into that one. Schwartzman, shoots one wide. Then 𝗵𝗵𝗃 tries to go back to the point. Horowitz forced him to take it himself. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 in for 𝗵𝗵𝗃, and a kick saved by Kreiner. Football puts it down low. But Buzz there for Tel Aviv, trying to get it out. Kept in the zone by 𝗵𝗵𝗃, an extra second. Tel Aviv finally able to break it out. Kapulkin gets moving in the neutral zone. Now in the offensive zone, shoots one off the pad of Resinger. Didn't see where it was, and Avneri able to clear it out. And now Halpert into the zone for Jerusalem. Halpert sends it over to 𝗵𝗵𝗃, trying to go back across to Schwartzman, and it got broken up. And now Kapulkin flying the other way. Ariel Kapulkin trying to tip her out of Neri. That's football, and he shot it through the crease. A wide open net for Ariel Kapulkin. He missed all of it. Horowitz wheels it down to Kapulkin. Back to Horowitz. Fake the drive. Now shoots off the leg of Halpert, bobbling. He'll try and get back to the bench. Itzik Levy will send one down towards the goal. Not fast enough for an icing as Halpert gets off the ice. Orion Cohen bobbling the puck in his own zone. Tel Aviv trying to break out, intercepted by Levy. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 brings it back in. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 to the outside, out in front. Greenberg couldn't get a stick on it. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 still with it. Shot one and a save by Kreiner, and then he threw it through the crease. Here's Janello back the other way for Tel Aviv. He stops up at the top of the circle. He'll curl back in the neutral zone and settle things down. Wild action here at One Ice with 2:03 left to play in the second period. Jerusalem trailing by a goal. Janello had that puck go off his skates, so Boatball will recollect and send one ahead for Greenberg. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 cuts to the middle. He shoots, and a save by Kreiner. Ribe curling away from Greenberg, but it's taken ahead by Tel Aviv. Here's Voshilo. Recollects the puck in the neutral zone. Stood up by 𝗬𝗏𝗺, but he gets the puck back. 𝗬𝗏𝗺 diving to make that play behind the net. Now he's able to pick the puck up and send 𝗵𝗏 on his way. 𝗵𝗏 falling, he turns it over to 𝗘𝗁. Then down low to 𝗃𝗍𝗆, out in front, nobody there for Tel Aviv. So here's 𝗕𝗏𝗺 1-on-3. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 looking to make something happen himself. He shot it off a stick and into the protective netting.
Oh my lord, Ben. Somebody needs to get Tel Aviv their Mike's Magic stuff, because whatever they had going on in the first period is just not there right now. Just the consistent rushes by Jerusalem, the offensive zone control, the failed offenses by Tel Aviv. It's just not looking good for them. They need to bring us back at the end of this period or in the third, or else Jerusalem's going to eventually run it up and they're going to take this win, and Tel Aviv will be out.
Daniel Kreiner seems to be the only thing between Jerusalem tying this game up. 3-2 game with under a minute to play here in the second. Spivak ahead to 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Lost it in his skates, so Shepelev will collect it for Tel Aviv. He'll go back into his own zone, and Feder will now try and start a breakout. Werik having trouble with it. Spivak keeps it in the zone. Feder again tasked with breaking this puck out. Here he comes. Gives to Ungerman. Pass got away from him, so the other way it's 𝗕𝗏𝗺. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 skating backwards, now forwards, and he threw one on goal and a save by Kreiner, but there's gonna be a penalty coming up against Tel Aviv. I've never seen a player skate that fast backwards.
You know, it's rare to see, but if you see someone that can move like that, they're a keeper. It's just, these guys, these really professionals, they are just on an entirely different level from the majority of the players here. These guys do this for a living. People are here doing this the majority of the time, but these guys like 𝗕𝗏𝗺, they do this for a living. They live, breathe, and sleep the ice, and it shows in every way possible.
After all that, 𝗕𝗏𝗺 able to draw the penalty, so Jerusalem will go to work with 17 seconds left in the second period. The remaining time will be available to Jerusalem in the third period if they don't score. Here's 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Spins one to 𝗵𝗏. 𝗵𝗏 backs the point for 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Down low to 𝗵𝗏 with 4 seconds, gotta get a shot off. Down low, Halpert out in front, it went through the crease, and that will do it for period 2. Jerusalem gets 2 goals back, and they're down 1 heading to the third. We'll be right back for the third period in about 15 minutes.
Tonight's IEHL broadcast is brought to you by Ponke FPV drone video, Pro Edge's skate sharpening, Hockey Central shop in Krefeld, Germany, Transport Regent, Canada's finest moving company for over 20 years, and 𝗨𝗏𝗃 photography store in Tel Aviv.
Normally, ice hockey leagues start in the fall, as the weather gets colder and the sweaters the players put on every night become necessary. Normally, hockey is an American and Northern European sport, unbeknown to Asia and the Middle East. Normally, hockey players use their summers to train for the upcoming professional season. But this is Israel, and Israel is anything but normal. It's May 31st, 2022, the first day of 𝗬𝗏 𝗵𝗃. We're minutes away from kicking off one of the most exciting summer hockey leagues in the world. The weather's getting warmer, and unlike the Canadian ponds, lakes, and rivers in October, the Mediterranean Sea is only getting warmer. The players are from all over the world, including right here in Israel. They're here not just because they love the sport, but because they love this country. This league is special. The players you're about to watch chose to spend their summer growing hockey in the desert. It's the same attitude this country's founding fathers had over 70 years ago. They left the four corners of the world to a land that had nothing, and they made the desert bloom and built a thriving society. Speak to one of the league's commissioners, and they'll tell you how much they believe in this vision. Last year was an incredible success, with HC Tel Aviv taking home the championship on a sheet of ice that was barely suitable for 4-on-4. Now we're in One Ice Arena, a brand new Olympic-sized facility in the heart of Israel. Hockey is on the upswing here, driven both by American immigrants and Israelis who stumbled upon this crazy game. So these next 4 or so weeks, let's cheer these hockey trailblazers on. They're here to put on an unbelievable show, and I have every bit of confidence they'll deliver. Welcome to the Israel Elite Hockey League. Normally, ice hockey leagues start in the fall, as the weather gets colder and the sweaters the players put on every night become necessary. Normally, hockey is an American and Northern European sport, unbeknown to Asia.
Tonight's IEHL broadcast is brought to you by 𝗵𝗃 FPV drone video, 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗄's skate sharpening, Hockey Central Shop in Krefeld, Germany, Transport Regent, Canada's finest moving company for over 20 years, and 𝗨𝗏𝗃 photography store in Tel Aviv.
Welcome back to One Ice Arena for the third period between ＨC Tel Aviv and the Jerusalem Capitals. My name is Ben Baruch, alongside my broadcast partner for today, Noah Saunders, and Jerusalem doing a really good job of answering Tel Aviv's incredible first period, scoring 2 goals in that one. They're making it a really close game, and they're on the brink of tying it. They have a power play to work with. What do they need to do to get it tied?
Honestly, to tie this game up, I think what they just need to keep shooting. They need to shoot more. They need to stop trying to just make fools out of Tel Aviv. They need to just play their game, just rush, shoot, shoot, shoot.
It's Tel Aviv with the first possession of the period, and they collect it shorthanded and bring it in over the line. Janela will curl back into the neutral zone and try and kill some time. Skates away from 𝗕𝗏𝗺, but not Michael 𝗧𝗵𝗺. 𝗧𝗵𝗺 drops it off for Levy. Over to 𝗧𝗵𝗺, trying to send one out in front. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 threw it on goal, kicked away by Kreiner. Buzz sends this one down, but not away from Itzik Levy. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 curls it back to the point. 𝗧𝗵𝗺 to 𝗕𝗏𝗺. Back to 𝗧𝗵𝗺. Has a lane, doesn't shoot. Drop pass to 𝗵𝗏𝗆. Rolls it down low. 𝗧𝗵𝗺 collects in the left circle. Trying to get away from 𝗧𝗏, goes back to 𝗵𝗏𝗆. Down low for Halpert. Halpert stops in the corner, looks for a pass. Goes around for Levy, then back to 𝗵𝗏𝗆. Now 𝗧𝗵𝗺 with just over 30 seconds left on the power play. 𝗧𝗵𝗺 a shot through a lane and it got blocked wide. I think Kreiner might have got a piece of that one too. Levy to 𝗕𝗏𝗺. 𝗧𝗵𝗺 back to 𝗕𝗏𝗺. Lays catch, now gives to 𝗵𝗏𝗆. Over to 𝗕𝗏𝗺, a hard pass, able to settle it down. Then goes back to 𝗵𝗏𝗆, but he turned it over at the blue line. Recollected though by 𝗧𝗵𝗺, and Jerusalem goes right back to work. Halpert, down low to 𝗧𝗵𝗺. Comes out in front, and a backhand shot was blocked away. And now Michael Janela will turn back in his own zone as the power play has expired.
That was just an absolute waste of a power play by Jerusalem. They just passed it. They never had super good control of the puck and just did not take the shots they needed to even up the score.
Here's 𝗵𝗆𝗺 to the outside. Curls away from Avneri, out in front, no one there to take it for Tel Aviv. Brought back by Levy, able to punch it ahead for 𝗕𝗏𝗺. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 a shot and a kick saved by Kreiner. Abrahams can't throw it back down low. 2-man caught for Jerusalem. They throw it across the ice to nobody. Now Jerusalem able to recover in their own zone. Turnover is something to watch out for. We've seen a lot of chances for both teams off turnovers. Looks like we might have a penalty at too many men on the ice for Tel Aviv. They had 6 skaters out there.
Back to the power play for the Capitals.
It's Maximilian Reib to serve the penalty, but Jerusalem, like you said, heading right back to the power play.
You know, I really want to see if they'll be able to change it up, or if they'll just get another penalty game based on how many men they have on the ice right now.
Tel Aviv working out their penalty killers. It'll be 𝗧𝗲, 𝗧𝗲, 𝗏𝘀𝗫, and Frank 𝗧𝗏.
This penalty kill is just so crucial for them. They need to maintain this lead.
My apologies, that's Ethan Bloom also on the penalty kill mentioned 𝗧𝗏 twice. It comes back to 𝗕𝗏, and then 𝗵𝗵𝗃 curling with it at the blue line. Turns it over. Now 𝗧𝗲 had 𝗧𝗏 behind the play. He'll have to skate into this one himself. 𝗧𝗲 a shot. It went high over the post. Right back to Bloom, though, and he'll bring it back in. Bloom trying to chip it around 𝗵𝗵𝗃. 𝗵𝗵𝗃 stood him up, but not Frank 𝗧𝗏. Bloom trying to cut to the middle of this one. It was taken away by 𝗵𝗵𝗃, and here comes 𝗕𝗏. Has 𝗕R to beat. 𝗕𝗏 tried to throw it back, but 𝗕R, a good defensive play to break it up. 𝗕R will turn to his forehand and get it ahead for 𝗧𝗏. He has room to skate down the left wing. 𝗵𝗵𝗃 trying to close the gap. 𝗧𝗏 to the middle. He shoots one. It got blocked down in the crease, and a save by Reisinger. Minute left to go on the Jerusalem power play. 𝗵𝗵𝗃 in over the line. Has Greenberg going to the goal. Finds Michel cutting in late, and he shanked it wide. Now a 2-on-1 the other way for Tel Aviv. Janello and 𝗧𝗏. Janello to 𝗧𝗏, and he scores! A short-handed goal for Frank 𝗧𝗏, and it's 4-2.
That was such a textbook 2-on-1, Ben. I couldn't have done it any better myself, or pictured it any better. That was every practice drill come to fruition. On the replay, you see the breakaway. You see the class 2-on-1 setup. The defense does exactly what he needs to do. He gets to the middle. He misses the pass, and then it just goes right in off the pass.
Janello was looking shot all the way, and then sent it over to 𝗧𝗏, who put it right over to the glove. Here's another chance for Werik, and now Reisinger able to slide across and make the save.
You know, it really just looks like that Tel Aviv in between periods really just stuck in Jerusalem's locker room and just stole all their mojo, because whatever's going through Jerusalem's heads right now, they lost whatever they had the second period. It's just they're playing worse and worse and worse.
Jerusalem still has 36 seconds left to work on the power play. 𝗏𝗏 will collect this one behind his own net, watched by Ethan Werik. And now Avneri has to deal with that Werik pressure, able to get ahead to Abrahams. Over to Michel, couldn't handle that pass. So Buzz recollects for Tel Aviv, trying to set it ahead for Werik, and the skates of 𝗏𝗏 in neutral ice. Werik gives to Kapolkin, and he'll bring it in. Kapolkin to the outside, Kapolkin to the inside, and he couldn't get the puck on his forehand. And then a collision in the corner, 𝗏𝗏 taking down Kapolkin. Brought the other way by Michel and 𝗬𝗏tsman, along with Abrahams. 𝗬𝗏tsman faked the drive. 𝗓𝗏 was not fooled. 𝗬𝗏tsman got it back and put it in the corner. Buzz now trying to clear. 𝗬𝗏tsman keeps it in. 𝗬𝗏tsman a shot, and he hit the post. 𝗬𝗏tsman let it go back to the point for Gelbart. Now a collision. Comes to Abrahams, he shot it off the pad. Abrahams still with the puck. There's gonna be a penalty on Tel Aviv. And now Raib will skate into this one and will get the call. It's gonna be an interference against Tel Aviv. We'll see who heads to the box, but Jerusalem going right back to the power play.
We'll see now with this power play of 3 times, it truly is the charm. If Jerusalem can really just tie this up, it'll be all set. Penalty on 𝗕R. Can Jerusalem actually shoot some shots off? Can we actually get this tie game, or will Tel Aviv maintain this lead?
A lot of fans in the building today, Friday afternoon. Kids coming for a free skate, taking in some good hockey. Here's 𝗬𝗃 Levy, back to the point for 𝗵𝗵𝗃. 𝗕𝗏 a drive, and that's into the glove of Daniel Greiner.
I almost missed that shot, it was so fast. Thought I was going to take the goalie's head clean off.
Good hard shot from Jerusalem, something we really haven't seen them utilize on the power play. Is 𝗕𝗏 in that one-timer position, getting a good shot off there, and Greiner had to be up to the task.
We were talking about it in between periods. We just need more shots, less stick handling. Just on the net. All we need here.
𝗷𝗺 gets that one back to 𝗕𝗏𝗺, and now they'll set up again. 𝗵𝗏 this way to 𝗧𝗏. Back to 𝗵𝗏. He missed the drive. 𝗵𝗏 again throws one on goal. It got blocked in front. And then that's 𝗵𝗏 getting the clear. 𝗪H𝗁 will leave it off for Eliezer 𝗕𝗏𝗺. From behind his own net, here he comes. Through the neutral zone, untouched. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 curls in the circle. Drops it off for 𝗧𝗏. Now to 𝗵𝗏. Over to 𝗧𝗏. Surveys, gives back to 𝗵𝗏. 𝗵𝗏 trying to get away from Janello. Keep in mind one of Tel Aviv's best penalty killers. 𝗪𝗏 in the box, but they score!
Absolutely threading the needle from 𝗵𝗏. I was just about to say that there is such a thing as too much patience, but that was just the right time. He found the entryway and he capitalized on it. Dare I say, a good use of punctuation from the Capitals.
𝗵𝗏 able to lull everybody to sleep and just sent one through his screen. That puck had eyes. It found the back of the net. And Jerusalem.
I really think he was taking a few notes from 𝗬𝗏 and 𝗕𝗏𝗺. We were just stick handling all around Tel Aviv.
Jerusalem again back within a single goal. Tel Aviv brings it back the other way. Voshilo trying to stick handle around Michel. Got broken up, and now 𝗷𝗺 brings it the other way. 𝗧𝗏𝗺tsman lost it in his skates. Orion trying to step up at the blue line. 𝗧𝗏𝗺tsman gets it back for a second, but it's brought ahead by Voshilo for Tel Aviv. Voshilo in the corner with this one, trying to go around the boards. He got stood up by Josh Greenberg. And 𝗵𝗎ry trying to clear around the far wall. Kept in the zone by Tel Aviv. Side of the net. Michel can't clear. 𝗬𝗏 holding it at the point. Trying to get away from 𝗷𝗺. Greenberg, another clear this time over the blue line. Tel Aviv needs to regroup. Michel on his backhand. Trying to just kick it out of the zone. Second effort unsuccessful either. Michel lost that one in his skates. Collected by Kisluk. On his backhand, throws one towards the goal. Voshilo couldn't direct it on. But now 𝗕𝗏𝗺 the other way. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 trying to get around Ribe. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 cuts to the middle. He shoots, and a kick save by Kreiner. Now in front of 𝗧𝗏, waits, shoots, another save by Kreiner, sitting in the crease. Where's the puck? And it's covered by Daniel Kreiner.
These are the plays I just love to see, where it's in front of the net and it gets junky. These are the best goals. I love a good breakaway, a good disgusting goalie getting dangled, but something about the junky plays where both teams are just fighting for it, back and forth, right in front of that crease. It's something you can't find anywhere else in any other sport.
Have a look at that chance from 𝗕𝗏𝗺. Again, a beautiful opportunity, trying to go against the grain with that shot. Kreiner able to kick out the left pad and stay with it. This one launched ahead and all the way down the ice, wide of the goal, but no icing, as 𝗪H𝗁 went out to play it. Credit comes for 𝗧𝗏. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 couldn't skate into that one. 𝗧𝗏 will backtrack and find 𝗵𝗏 through two Jerusalem forecheckers. Now onto the stick of 𝗕𝗏𝗺. He cuts the outside, now curling back with it. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 gets it over to 𝗧𝗏, and another kick save by Kreiner. 𝗵𝗏 back to 𝗧𝗏. 𝗧𝗏 out in front. His shot went off the stick of Max Buzz and out of play.
And it's a home run from 𝗧𝗏. Oh, it is out of here. Not in the net, but out of the arena. Let me tell you, some of these plays from my people on television like Janello, like you think what, they play in Finland or something? Frozen Finland, insane, absolutely insane. And we got people like just 𝗕𝗏𝗺, 𝗬𝗏 just really showing the KHL's best right now.
7 minutes exactly left here in the third period. Tel Aviv leading by a goal. It was one goal game the last time these two teams met. Jerusalem winning that meeting, but right now it's Tel Aviv in the driver's seat. Under 7 minutes away from their first regulation win of the season if the score holds. 𝗪H𝗁 out to play it, and he sends it up the middle. 𝗷𝗺 having trouble with that one. It's brought back in by 𝗬𝗏. Out in front for Bloom, and he couldn't handle that pass. Sent one out in front, and 𝗬𝗏 couldn't direct it in on goal. Here's Ungerman with it behind the goal. Ungerman slowly comes out of the corner. He sends it back down low for 𝗬𝘃. 𝗬𝘃 shakes away from 𝗧𝗲. 𝗬𝘃 trying to get it over. 𝗧𝗲VERTZ blocked it down, and then he'll go on a breakaway. Here's Vitaly 𝗧𝗲VERTZ, but Kreiner out to play it, having trouble with it, and he's able to get it to neutral ice. Ice a little chippy for Daniel Kreiner, but now it's 𝗧𝗲VERTZ bringing it back in. 𝗧𝗲VERTZ at the point with it. Cuts into the zone, down low to 𝗕𝗏𝗺. He handles in the corner. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 back to 𝗧𝗲. Holds it at the blue line, onside. A tip in front by 𝗧𝗲VERTZ. Couldn't get it on goal. It hit the side of the net. 𝗧𝗏𝗺TZ back toward 𝗧𝗲. All the way over, a saucer pass is batted down, and Bloom will skate into this one. Tries to set it ahead for Janela, but Bopol able to turn it back the other way for Jerusalem. But now a 2-on-0, 2-on-1 with, 𝗧𝗲 getting back. The pass for Janela went away from him, so 𝗕𝗏𝗺 flying the other way for Jerusalem. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 inside out, he shoots it, another save by Daniel Kreiner. 𝗬𝗏𝗄 up the far side of the ice where it couldn't bat it down, so Gelbart will control for Jerusalem. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 got enough of that one. It rolls slowly behind the net, so no icing. Solfetter trying to get away from Spivak. It comes now to Janela. Janela 3-on-2 over the line. Janela a shot. It got deflected high over the post. Vetter shakes away from Spivak. Vetter tries the Michigan. Gelbart had none of that, and he sent him down to the ice. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 now has one man to beat it. Shepelev. Here's 𝗕𝗏𝗺, and another save by Daniel Kreiner. Spivak trying to go all the way over for 𝗕𝗏𝗺. It got broken up. Comes back to the point for Gelbart. He goes down low to Levy. Out in front, 𝗕𝗏𝗺. He missed it wide. Gelbart again. Down low to 𝗕𝗏𝗺. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 shot it wide. Janela gets on his horse, trying to get around Gelbart, and there came Spivak to break it up. Right back the other way, it's Jerusalem. Back and forth action. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 the outside, back in front to Levy, and he couldn't control. Shepelev will go behind the net with 𝗕𝗏𝗺 right there, able to take the puck away, but no help from Jerusalem. The rest of his team was changing. Tel Aviv trying to get some tired bodies off the ice as well. Alpert putting on the pressure, and Jerusalem will recollect in the neutral zone. Tel Aviv trying to sneak a change. They have the far side of the ice open, does Jerusalem. Here's 𝗧𝗏𝗺 taking advantage. He shoots into the glove of Daniel Kreiner. It got batted down, but they're able to hold the zone now on the failed exit. Vulcan, though, got it back. Kept for a second at the line by 𝗧𝗏𝗺TZ. Comes back towards Ethan Wearick, and he'll curl back for Tel Aviv. Finally able to complete a change. Wearick moves through center ice, gives to 𝗏. 𝗏 trying to go back in front. Instead, it comes to Kapolkin. He shoots one hard off a stick and into the netting.
You know, it really looks to me like Jerusalem's starting to slow down out there. You can really see their small bench starting to take its effects. They're really trying to get those shots on, but they just can't keep up with Tel Aviv at this point in terms of raw speed. If they can just maintain this momentum for the next 3 minutes, we may just see Tel Aviv be able to stay in the running for these playoffs. Especially as a player from Bat-Yam, it's a really big game for me to watch because this is our upcoming competition. Very exciting to see, very interesting to see. Honestly, I don't know if we face Tel Aviv one more time, if we'd be able to even win. We barely won last time. We had to come back from a 6-3 deficit. If we face them again, it might just be lights out for us. Curtains out, playoff elimination.
There is a battle for the final spot in the IEHL playoffs. We'll talk about standings when we get a minute, but play about to resume here from one ice. A chance from Frank Horowitz went wide. Has 2 goals in the game already. 𝗧𝗏𝗃 drags and shoots, and a save by Resinger. Wearick goes into the corner with this one. Wearick curling out in front. He shoots, he scores! What a goal from Ethan Wearick! That might be the dagger. It's 5-3 Tel Aviv.
Someone clip that shot, put it in a psych ward because it was insane. Wearick just showing why he is here. He does look like he's in pain about every face-off, but then he comes out and does this. The guy truly is the rally Tel Aviv needs to seal the deal this game. Unless Jerusalem turns it around, it looks like Tel Aviv will be able to proceed and have a shot at the playoffs.
Jerusalem's going to call timeout, but in the meantime, that's 𝗃𝗏𝗃's 4th goal of the season. While we have this timeout, we can talk a little bit about the standings. The top is HC Netanya. They clinch the top seed, but then 𝗂𝗏on's in 2nd. Jerusalem, if they're able to pull off a win in regulation, will tie 𝗂𝗏on, though at this point, that seems extremely unlikely. So they will likely stay in 3rd place. Your team, 𝗵𝗺𝗃, sitting in 4th with 9 points. You guys
absolutely
lost.
imploding right now. Imploding. So we have a big old losing streak. It'd be nice if we could pull it together, but at the rate things are going, we are falling apart, and we have teams like Haifa, Tel Aviv that are really pulling it together. They're coming together as a team, as a unit, and just rifling these goals in, rifling these shots off. And teams like us, we're struggling, so if we don't pull it together, just like Tel Aviv and Haifa are right now, we will be the ones out of the running for playoffs instead.
So you mentioned Haifa. They now have only 5 points with their regulation win yesterday over 𝗵𝗺𝗃, and that puts them only 4 points out of the final playoff spot. So a win and an extra point is all they need to get in, and now Tel Aviv with a win today, they have 3 points. They would pass Haifa in the standings and come with 6, putting them only 3 points away from 𝗵𝗺𝗃. Now 𝗕𝗏𝗺 into the offensive zone. Comes to Avneri, bobbled the puck, sent one on goal, but it was blocked down by 𝗃𝗀𝗃. We'll keep an eye on Jonathan Reisinger with Jerusalem down 2 goals, see if he heads to the bench for an extra skater. Here's Buzz ahead for 𝗃𝗏𝗃. He throws one in the direction of Ariel 𝗃𝗃𝗃. Tries to throw one out in front, blocked away by Avneri. Spivak trying to muscle this one out of the pile. Ends up on the stick of Yuval Halpert. Avneri can't clear. Left to curl back and then launch one out of the zone towards 𝗕𝗏𝗺. Couldn't handle that bouncing puck. 𝗃𝗃𝗃 will throw it back in. Avneri sends it up the right side for Schwartzman and then 𝗕𝗏𝗺. 𝗕𝗏𝗺 had it punched away by Tzaddik. Schwartzman goes back down low for 𝗕𝗏𝗺. Then back to Schwartzman on the far wall. Schwartzman down low for 𝗕𝗏𝗺. Out in front looking for Schwartzman. Couldn't get a stick on it. Schwartzman trying to go back to the point. It was intercepted by Ungerman and brought ahead by Horowitz. Horowitz at an empty net and he scores, but the play was offside. Ungerman was ahead of the play over the blue line. Horowitz shot that puck from the neutral zone, so this goal is going to be waved off.
You know, I gotta say, this was a semi-decent use of pulling your goalie out for the win, unlike our 𝗵𝗺𝗃 game the other day where within 10 seconds of pulling out the goalie, the other team had a breakaway and put it right in. Again, like I said, these offsides are just coming back to bite these teams every single time. It's so crucial to watch that.
Faceoff will be towards the Jerusalem end of the ice in the neutral zone. Reisinger back in his crease for now. Minute and 19 seconds left in the 3rd period. Spivak ahead to 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗃. Reisinger will try and head to the bench, waits for the signal from his coach. Spivak brings it in. Spivak, a shot went high over the post. Reisinger heads to the bench. But now Ungerman trying to send one ahead. Botbol couldn't handle it. Greenberg will have to hustle back with Janello racing to the corner. Greenberg plays it away from Janello. Under a minute to go in the 3rd period. Botbol takes a fall. Greenberg, little flat-footed, has to get it away from Janello. Janello, the pressure, he takes the puck, sends it in front, goes back to Janello, and they couldn't put it home. Ungerman being a little too generous. Here's 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗃 the other way. To the outside with this one. Now out in front, Levy a drive, and another save from Daniel Kreiner.
I gotta tell you, these rushes from 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗃, these are what killed my team when we faced the Capitals. And for some reason today, they're just not working. He cannot get past his defense. I don't know whether it's because he's tired or he's not beating him as hard as we were beat. But Tel Aviv's defense is just positionally on point where they need to be to keep the Capitals at bay.
The defense has done a really good job of keeping 𝗕𝗏𝗺 to the outside, at least for most of this hockey game, and I keep finding myself saying just another save for Daniel Kreiner. He's been so good, made so many saves. I wish we had an actual tally, but he's probably had his best game of the season so far as a penalty coming up to Tel Aviv with 22 seconds left in the period of 𝗫𝗏. Halpert back up top to Spivak. He sends one through his screen into the glove of Kreiner, but a tripping call coming up against Orion Cohen. That's going to be his second penalty of the game, and Jerusalem with a chance perhaps to make it a one-goal game, but this seems a little bit too little too late with 15 seconds left.
Absolutely. This is not going to happen. It's really a shame, but Jerusalem had so many other power plays make something happen, and they just didn't. They just lost their momentum in this third period. Again, I don't know if they're tired or what, but it's not their day. It's not their period.
Face-off controlled by Tel Aviv, an empty net on the other end for Jerusalem. This one's launched from behind the goal, just wide. 𝗬𝗏𝗃 will skate into this one. He doesn't put it away. Dropped it for Horowitz, and he'll get the hat trick. With 1 second left, Frank Horowitz has got a hat trick. Players throwing their helmets out onto the ice.
With some nice salt in the wound, everyone loves a good empty net goal. Nothing like just really rubbing in the fact that you've won that game, and in fact, you won it well. You can point at that scoreboard and say, "We killed you guys."
It's not just a hat trick, by the way. It's a shorthanded hat trick. Every single one of Frank Horowitz's goals tonight have come at least one man down. A terrific display of penalty killing by number 18 in blue and yellow, Frank Horowitz. And that will do it for this one. HC Tel Aviv takes it by a score of 6-3. It's their first regulation win of the season, and they stay alive in the playoff hunt, now only 3 points behind the Bat Yam Dolphins.
Congrats to Tel Aviv. It was well fought, well earned, hard fought. These shots are fantastic today for the Jerusalem Capitals. This is surely a reenactment of the darkest timeline of 1948. But the walls did fall today. I hope to see the Capitals rally it out when they face Bat Yam next week. I mean, hopefully not, because I am on Bat Yam. But you know, as an announcer, I hope to see them come back strong and bring it back with a bigger bench, different perspective. And I want to see those Russian 𝗕𝗏𝗺 just shots on net.
That'll do it for this one. It's HC Tel Aviv taking it by a score of 6-3. Stay with us for Chulon and Haifa coming up next here on the Israel National Hockey Society YouTube channel. But for Noah Saunders, my name is Ben Baruch saying good afternoon. We'll see you in a few minutes for the second game of our doubleheader.
Tonight's IEHL broadcast is brought to you by Ponke FPV Drone Video, Pro Edge's Skate Sharpening, Hockey Central Shop in Krefeld, Germany, Transport Regent, Canada's finest moving company for over 20 years, and 𝗵𝗃 photography store in Tel Aviv.